Hello and welcome to our presentation on peer learning and how it supports cognitive affordances and technology.
Hi, I'm Jodie Hemerda, and I'm here with my colleague Michael Schulz. You just saw him introduce peer feedback into our self-directed learning model. We are here to present to you peer learning and cognitive affordances of technology. And we are excited to share this with you for improving your instruction or for improving your instructional design for course development. I hope that you'll enjoy our presentation.
Hi, and thanks for stopping by. I'm here to welcome you to the Collaborative Peer Learning Supports Cognitive Affordances of Technologies. I'm your host, Jodie Hemerda. I'm the Director of Instructional Design and Academic Quality for Bridgepoint Education. This presentation and the work behind it has been a collaborative effort with instructional designer Michael Schulz and Dr. Kristin Ballard, lead faculty for University of the Rockies. In 2013, Michael's work as a doctoral candidate and an instructional designer led him to begin looking into peer learning as a construct for increasing the effectiveness of online instruction. It is rooted in the methods of Socrates and Dewey, but its application today is primarily implemented at the assignment level. Peer learning is seen as an opportunity to pivot away from the instructor as the sage on the stage, where instructors serve as experts dispensing knowledge to fill passive vessels. This is the traditional method that can lead to frustrated students. Peer learning is all about students taking an active role in their coursework through instructing their peers, leading them to think about and engaging with the material in a new and different way. Our students are currently thinking primarily about how to complete their assignments, how to meet the requirements of the rubric and the expectations of their teacher. They may not be overtly thinking about their learning. Peer learning at the course level has the potential to increase their self-awareness and assist them in becoming self-directed learners. When a course is designed with peer learning as the paradigm, students know they are expected to not only learn the material for themselves, but they need to simplify and synthesize it for their peers. Students have to not only evaluate material and create new content, they have to simplify it and relate it to the experiences of their peers. This creates powerful peer feedback loops, which experience and research show to be equally as effective as feedback from instructors, partially because it's more frequent, iterative, and relevant to the student experience. In October 2013, I had the pleasure of attending a session titled CATS, a tool for identifying the cognitive affordances of learning technologies at the Association for Educational Communications and Technology Conference. It was a presentation by doctoral candidate Doss and her professor Dr. Dagba from George Mason University. CATS includes 7 multidisciplinary research-supported categories of cognitive affordances that can be harnessed to enrich student learning experiences in technology-supported learning environments. These include experiential learning, discourse or dialogic learning, supportive learning, learn by doing, critical thinking, conceptual change, and self-regulated learning. As you can see in the diagram, each of these has many pieces that support each larger category. As you can see, experiential learning is broken into problem solving, hypothesis generating, exploration, role-playing, and others. I knew immediately that this model would be a great tool to use to evaluate courses at the University of the Rockies, and immediately considered how it could be used for instructional designers and subject matter experts on the front end in developing courses. Michael volunteered to implement the CATS checklist as an evaluation tool for a human development course he was revising with Dr. Ballard. When used to evaluate the human development course, we noticed that some criteria of the CATS model were either redundant with our current model or not quite applicable. We decided to focus on experiential learning, supportive learning, critical thinking, and self-regulated learning. In each of these depictions, you can see that we are highlighting some opportunities of specific assignment activities that faculty can use to support each of these areas. For example, experiential learning is supported by scenarios, critical thinking by blogs, self-regulated learning by clustering content, paraphrasing, analogies, and other activities. When looking at implementing peer learning into the Human Development course, Kristin and Michael evaluated the course assignments and identified 6 to 10 opportunities to introduce peer learning experiences. The assignments were then scaffolded throughout the 6-week asynchronous course to best introduce and utilize peer feedback. Here's an example of an assignment in the course. Discourse or dialogue is gained through articulation of multiple perspectives. As you can see, students are asked to explain, in the form of a discussion post, the physical, cognitive, and psychosocial developments. This is common in most discussion forums. Conceptual change is evident in anchoring the discussion to the student's actual experience as part of their developmental stage. Experiential is captured through role-playing. Supportive is the coaching and feedback element of the guided response. Michael and I shared our use of CATS to evaluate and design courses with Dr. Dagbaugh and her George Mason students. This was a great opportunity for us to close the loop and share what we had learned. This led to additional ways of us thinking of how to use CATS in our course development. We have a good idea about the students' perspectives of the overall experience in a peer learning and CATS implemented course, but we wanted to find out what students actually had to say. We used end of course feedback and we surveyed the faculty who taught the course. Students said, "I really like the teaching others concept. I experienced hands-on issues, stress, cognitive development, etc. I must say it was a pleasure working with my fellow students on projects, and discussions were a great source of information." The class had so many different assignments, discussions, and quizzes. I honestly felt like I learned a lot in this class. I am very satisfied with the outcome I have with this class. That pretty much sums it all up. We could not have been more pleased to get the positive response that we heard from students. We end with a bibliography to show you some sources that we used in putting together this presentation. We're so grateful to Dr. Dagbaugh and hopefully now Dr. Das in sharing their CATS tool. This is a great experience for us, and we hope that you will find this useful, and we're excited to share the CATS model with you. Thank you.